Go to page 163, please, in your textbook, because I'm going to pull out two problems from that textbook. So page 163, and I want us to do number 1. It says find the slope of the line that contains these 2 points. So they gave us, again, -3, 1, which has been used many times. Did we do this -3, 1, 5, 2?
Yeah.
Did we already do that?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Then we will not do number 1 because you already know how to do it. Let's do number 4. Number 4. So we are not doing number 1 because we already did it. It looked too familiar for me. And that's going to be -1, -1, -4, and 3, 9. So find the slope of a line that contains those 2 points. So who remembers the slope formula? M equals, Sam?
Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1 over X sub 2 minus X sub 1.
Okay, yep, it's Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1 over X sub 2 minus X sub 1. Remember, the Y's are up top, the X's are down low. Ma'am?
Use a graph.
No, don't use a graph on this. I will give you a chance to use a graph on another problem, but not this one right here. So if all you have are 2 points, you can use the little slope formula, which is up here. So here we'll put our parentheses and put our numbers where they belong. Who picked -1, -4 as your first point? You picked that as your x1,
Yes.
y1. Fine. If you picked 3, 9 as your first point, that's fine as well. But all of us should come out the same answer. I'll just go in order. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. So my my y2 is 9, y1 is -4, x2 is 3, x1 is -1. Okay, signs matter because if you don't put the negative sign or the subtraction sign, you do the wrong operation. In fact, you do the opposite operation. That's not good. 9 minus -4 is also 9 plus 4, 13. And 3 minus -1 is the same thing as 3 plus 1.
4.
And it's an improper fraction. Can you simplify it anymore? As in, can you make these numbers any smaller? Can you divide both of them by 2, by 3, by 4? No. So we're going to accept this as our answer. This is my slope, 13/4.
So you can't have an improper fraction.
Yes, you can. Yep, and in algebra, you get a lot more improper fractions, and that's okay. So you're all right with improper fractions. But what is the value of that 13/4 about? Anyone know what that's about?
Decimal or fraction?
Either one.
3 1/4.
3 1/4, 3.25. Everyone okay with that? Even though you didn't write that, you should be able to say 13 divided by 4, 3 1/4, or 3.25. Same idea. Okay, about 3. How many of you got that on your own? Okay, how many of you got it with a little help? How many of you got it with a lot of help? How many of you didn't get it, but you did because I wrote it up there? Okay, good. There's no one in that last category. Okay, the next one I want you to do on that page on 163 on the try these, I want you to look at number 8. Look at it. Don't do anything yet because you're going to be like, what do I do? Number 8. How many lines are there? 2. So I'm not asking you to do them both at the same time because that's really hard to do. But look what the instructions say. Tell whether each line has a positive, negative, 0, or undefined slope. Uh-oh. We talked about a positive. We talked about a negative. We finished off yesterday with a 0. But we never... undefined slope. What in the world? Yeah, we did talk about 0. Remember, your horizontal line has a 0 slope. Undefined. Okay. Don't do that problem because I told you not to do it. I want you to look at this problem here. I want you to graph this real quick. Shouldn't take you too long. Put a point on... wow, they had to give us those. Go ahead and put a point on and go 3 out. It doesn't have to be much. 2, 3. So put a point at 2, 3. 2, 3. And then put another point at 2, negative 2. 2, negative 2. 2, 3 is the first one, and 2, negative 2 is the second. 2, 3, and 2, negative 2. So those are your points, and connect them with a line. Don't forget your arrowheads, so you're saying it keeps going infinitely. Okay, I want you to find the slope of this line. We found the slope of a horizontal line, that's 0. The slope of what kind of line is this, you think? How do you call it? Or what do you call it?
Vertical.
Vertical. It's a vertical line. What's the slope of a vertical line? Well, first, find it with the slope formula. We'll see if we can classify it some way. I'm just rewriting this again because guess what? You need to memorize this by the quiz. You need to know how to find the slope using y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 1. That's like automatic. Okay. Let's put the points where they belong, or the values where they belong. All right. Are we okay with saying that's the first one and that's the second one? Could you switch them up? Yes, you can, but we're just going to go up to down. Okay. Y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 1. Any questions on where the numbers go? You guys okay with the numbers? Okay, then do the math. 3 minus negative 2 is the same thing as 3 plus 2, which is what? 5. 2 minus 2 is the same thing as 2 minus 2, which is what? 0. Awesome. What's my value? No, absolutely not. It's not 0. Undefined. Oh, look at that. You already had the answer. Undefined. That's your slope. It's called undefined. Okay, there are 4 possible slopes you can get on these problems. You can get a positive number. Positive 2/3, positive 5, anything positive. You can get a negative number. Negative 1/3, negative 10, negative anything. You can get what else? 0. You can get 0 as a slope. What kind of line is that, by the way? Horizontal. And then you can get what we call undefined, and what is that? Okay, does anyone know what the definition of a vertical line slope is?
Undefined?
It's undefined. What does that mean?
Not defined.
I can't define it. How do I define that? Do you guys realize it has a rise? Does it have a rise? Does it have a run? No. So you can say it rises infinitely, or it lowers infinitely, but it never, wait, or, oh no, it rises 1. No, it rises 2. No, it rises 100. No, it rises 1,000. I don't know. I can't define it because it's a vertical line. You guys okay with that? Okay, let's look back at number 8. Look at line C on number 8. Do you guys see line C? Get me the slope. Yeah, I want the slope. By the way, is it positive? Is it negative? Is it 0? Or is it undefined? Automatically go. Left to right, it's going down, which makes it negative. Like you already know it's negative. It's got to be negative. But now I need to know the exact value. You guys are doing you guys are a little quieter today. Do you remember yesterday we kind of found some cool things yesterday about the slope, right? Like you could say 2/3, you could say 4/6. The negative could be on the top or the bottom, but it's all still negative. There's some more cool stuff here. We're going to look at just a moment. Okay, I'm just sketching it out because I'm going to point some things out here in just a moment. How many of you are struggling with the slope? Anyone struggling how to find the slope? Okay, how about this? On line C, did they give you 2 points? Did they give you 2 points on line C? Can you label those points? Can you tell me what the points are? 1 point is 0, 0.
Yeah.
That's one of your points. And another point?
0, -3.
I got
Oh, wait, no, negative 3,
You go negative 3, sorry, negative 3,
0.
you go up 2.
2.
So negative 3, 2 is that other point. Do you guys see those points? 0, 0, and negative 3, 2. Now you have 2 points. You can use the slope formula. How many of you solved those points? How many of you are like, I saw the points, I can get the slope? Good, good. All right, great. This is fun. I like this problem. And then I like the other one. Don't do D yet. Don't do D. Let's look at C, line C. All right. Who has a slope for line C? And you better not say it's positive. Kate? Negative 2/3. How many of you got? Negative 2/3. Negative 2/3. How many of you got it? Okay, good. That's the slope. It's negative 2/3. How do you know it was negative? Left to right, it's going down. Okay. Remember, this is what they gave me. This is what they gave me on the paper, right? They gave me line C. Okay, this is line C. You could find the slope another way. Another way. Not looking at, I'm not even looking at the points exactly. I'm doing this. Okay, let's look at this point and this point. Ready? I'm going to go from here to here, but I'm going to take 2 like movements. I'm going to go down 2. I'm going to go down 2. And then I'm going to go over to the right 3 times. It's a plus 3. What's my rise over my run? What's my rise? Negative 2. What's my run? So what's my slope? Yay! You just look at the points, right? I mean, is that true? No? Okay, but some of you are saying, Mr. A, I gotcha. You said it didn't matter which point was first. Do you remember me saying it didn't matter which point was first? Do you guys remember? Okay, ready? I'm going to pretend this was the first point because I forgot that point. I don't know. So to go from here to here, I'm going to go up to, oh, see, those are opposites, Mr. A. Yes, they are opposites. But then I go to the left 3 times, which is a negative 3. So my rise over my run is positive 2 over negative 3. See? That's negative. Wait, what? It's the same thing. Do you guys remember your division rules? What's a negative divided by a positive? Negative. What's a positive divided by a negative? Oh, it still works. Okay, good. Doesn't matter which point you pick. All right, now this is what I want you to do. On line D, on problem number 8, you are going to find the slope without any work on your workbook paper. And just, you can mark the book, but don't make it dark, because I don't want it to be embedded into that book. Just use your pencil. See if you can find the slope of D without using any work. By the way, is it positive or negative? How do you know it's positive? It's going up from left to right. It's got to be positive.
There are 3 dots.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
How do you do it with 3?
That's a great question. I'm going to draw this out on a separate coordinate plane because all right, what are the 3 dots, by the way, on line D? What's the farthest left point? Anyone give me the coordinates? Negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, right here. Next one. Negative 1, 0. And the third one? Close. 1, 2. All right, and then I'm going to connect them. That's line D. And so I'm looking at the same graph, but line D. And then there are 3 dots. Uh-oh, I don't like that. Okay, I don't know. I like these two dots. They're so close together. From here to here, I go up 1, positive 1. I go to the right 1, positive 1. So what's my rise over my run? 1 over 1, which is actually just a big fat 1. Your slope is 1. Mr. A, how did you know how to do that? Well, Mr. A, I did not use those 2 points. I use these 2 points. Okay, ready? To go from here to here, I'm going to go up 2. So I'm going to put up 2, over to the right, 2. So I got 2 over 2, which is just a big fat, 1. Mr. A, that's not what I did. I used these 2 points, and I went backwards, because that's what I do. I go down 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3, right? Yep. Down 3, that's negative 3. Then I go over 1, 2, 3. That's negative 3. Oh, see? That's a negative 3 over a negative 3, which is also just a big fat 1. It doesn't matter which 2 points you pick. They're all going to get you a rise of 1 over 1. Isn't that cool? That's what a ratio is. It doesn't matter what numbers. If the ratio stays the same, you could use any variety. Can you go up 100 over 100? If you went up 100 over 100, you'd still be here at this line. Or if you went down 50 over 50 to the left, it'd still be 1, a slope of 1, positive 1. Why is it positive? Somebody help me out. Please tell me why it's positive. Like automatically, had to be positive. There's no doubt about that. Yes, Ryan? It's going up from left to right. It's got to be positive. Okay, on number 9, find the slope of f however you want. You can use your book, you can use a graph, you can use the answer that's written there. Just kidding, it's not.
Or is it?
Don't look for it, it's not there.
Use our book?
Yeah, you can use your book for number 9. You're finding line F. I'm going to ask one of you a question, and I want an answer in 1 second. Okay, so look at line F. I'm going to give you 1 second to answer after I give you that question. CT. What sign does my slope have? Go.
Negative.
Negative. Automatically. How does he know negative? Whoa, that was like not even a second. Because from left to right, what is it doing? It's going down, so it has to be negative. All right, but then the actual numbers, I need to know. Figure that out. Okay, I'm going to ask somebody I haven't called on yet who's looking at me or who is not looking at me and who now looks at me and then looks away and then looks back. I found him or him. They are in this classroom, possibly in the second row. They are nervous. They should be. I'm calling on her in 3, 2, 1. Marin, what is the slope of line F? Negative what? Negative 3 over 1. How'd you get that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay. Oh, I'm going to keep the pink going here. Give me 2 points on line F. Any 2 points on line F.
-3.
Okay, good. -3, +2. All right, give me one other point. Doesn't matter which one, just another one. On F.
0, 1.
0, 1. Okay, so I can connect. So how did you get your slope? How did you do it?
I went over 3 down.
Okay, good. So what number goes up top?
3. I don't know.
Okay, the rise goes up top.
I was just gonna put
So what's the rise?
1.
Yeah, -1. It goes down 1, right? From here to here goes down 1. And then what's the run? 3. So you went down 1, and then you went to the right 3. So then what's your slope? Negative 1/3. Yep. Yeah, so you guys, sorry?
You have to go down.
You have to do up or down first. Then you go left or right second. Yeah, to get it in order. How many of you got negative 3? Because I know that wasn't the only person who got it. Good. So what happens is always do what you do. Vertical change goes up top, then horizontal change goes on the bottom. Always.
Wait, did you say negative 3?
Negative 1/3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I went down 1, that's negative 1, and then I went to the right 3, that's positive 3. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
I'm a little confused of how you know if 1 and 3 are positive and negative.
Okay, here's a little key. All right, I want you guys to draw this out because yes, that is confusing. This is your slope. Okay, this is your slope. If you have a positive numerator, that means you go up. Positive numerator is up. What do you think a negative numerator is? Down.
It's hurting my eyes.
You'll get over it.
It really is.
It's just fun.
Swibble loves it.
Make the
Okay.
next one black. With battering.
If you're talking about your denominator, if you have a positive number, that's to the right. Positive means right, and negative means left. So that's your key. Like when you're moving around, positive y value is up, negative y value is down, positive x value is to the right, negatives to the left. And you'll get better at that. So here, I'm going to go back to this graph. What if I went from here to here? Don't I go up first? So what's up? Positive 1. What's to the left?
Negative.
Negative 3. I still end up with positive 1 over negative 3, which equals a whole negative 1/3. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the last lesson here. Final, ultimate, last lesson for it's lesson 6-5. And we're talking about the X and Y-intercepts. What does it mean to intercept something? Raise your hand. What does it mean to intercept? Yes, ma'am.
To interfere.
Okay, interfere. Yes, there's an interfere there. Not interference play, because that would be bad, but there is an interfere of something. Yep.
It's
Intercept.
to interfere in the channel of something, so you take something that is like intercepting, like a telegraph or whatever
Okay.
it's called back in
Yep.
World War I,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They would take it and stuff and get a hold of it.
Yeah, and you've heard of interceptor missiles.
Yeah.
So if we're going to say one power, some sovereign power, is sending a missile over to hurt another power, there's interceptor missiles. So if this missile wants to make it over here, right, this interceptor missile is going to intercept that and cause it not to get to that part. They're going to meet together somewhere, right? An interception pass, the quarterback throws it to his player, a defensive player comes and intercepts that path. They meet up. Okay, that's the idea, meeting up. Not always in a bad thing. In fact, you're going to like X and Y intercepts. It makes graphing easier. Wow. You can make graphs even easier than they are. Okay, let's look at this equation. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the graphs first because that makes it a little bit easier. Okay, go ahead and graph this on a coordinate plane. 1, 2, 3. Go 3 every way. And don't make it as small as I did mine because you might be able to see things better. So make it a little bit bigger. In fact, now that I said that, there we go. All right. Yeah, that'd be nice. I think soon we'll have like little screens that you can draw on, and they're electronic, and you can do stuff like that. Just a screen. No. Just like a film, Not even like it's just like a piece of paper, and you just. every one of you will have it at the same time. Wow, okay. Okay, anyway. Actually, there's something cool we can do. Anyway, okay, let's go here. Put a point at -2, 1. -2, 1. And let's go with 0, -1. 0, -1. So right here. Now, if your graph is this, oh, actually, you know what? You want to see if you're doing well with your handmade graphs? Your line should also cross through -1, 0. Like, that's how you know you did a good graph. Uh-oh. Did anybody get that? You have a point that would hit right there, -1, 0. That's when you know you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, it can.
I say that because I accidentally did it. My graphs aren't perfect, but I'm glad it made it. Like right there. Okay, anyway, that's a good graph. Okay, there are 2 intercepts on this line here. So this line right here intercepts at 2 places. It intercepts the x-axis. Where? Where does it intercept the x-axis? Where does it hit the x-axis? Excuse me. So look here. Where does it hit the x-axis? Can you give me the point? Yes, Marshall? -1, 0. Doesn't it hit it there? Doesn't it hit the x-axis at -1, 0? Can anyone tell me what, and sorry, it's not plural, it's just one. Later you'll get x-intercepts, because your graph will hit it many times, possibly. But where does my graph hit the y-axis? Danny?
0, -1.
0, -1. That's correct. It's nice. Okay, that's x and y intercept. Can you find them if I gave you a graph? This is, and the graph will be given to you, so it won't be like you have to draw it out because you may mess up. But if I gave you this graph, do you see this is your x-intercept and this is your y-intercept? All you do is find that point. Find that point. Okay, but I want you to notice something else as well. The x-intercept in the coordinate in the ordered pair always has y equaling what? 0. Do you notice that the x-intercept has y equaling 0? What does the y-intercept have equaling 0? The x, right? It's kind of a like, see if that's a pattern or something. Let's look at it again. Draw me one more coordinate plane for now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, this is not going to go well on this graph. Let's see if yours can go better. Put a point, and this is going to test your skills. Put a point at 0, -1. It's the same place we started on that last problem, 0, -1. I'm going to make mine bigger so you can see it better. Is that big enough?
Yes, that's big enough.
Okay, 0, -1. And 3, 1. 3, 1. 3, 1. Okay, connect them. I don't think mine, maybe mine's does. Make it. Oh, just barely. It's because I drew my line a little bit skewed, but here's how you know you got it right. Okay, mine, actually, I'm going to recover it. No, can you do this? Yes. It should have been more like that.
What? That's exactly.
Yeah, that's what I got. Okay.
Mine hits the middle, but it touches the little line.
Okay, who can tell me what the, I'm going to start with the Y-intercept. You can abbreviate Y-intercept is. Can you tell me what the Y-intercept is? It's the clearest one. What's the Y-intercept of this line? Oh, yes.
0, -1.
0, -1. That's good. All right, Y-intercept is down. Who can tell me what the X-intercept is? And if you don't see it on your graph, shame on you. No. Yeah, it's just my graph is, I try to make it to scale, but it's actually, let's see, CET?
Is it 1.5?
Oh,
1.5?
1.50. That's correct. That's exactly right. It's 1.50. Do you see? You go from the origin, you go 1.5, and then you don't move anywhere, so that's that's 1.50. Did anyone get it? Like your graph hits right in the middle? That's okay if it didn't. That's why I wanted you to look at mine, but mine does. It does it. And if yours didn't, just do this, make your dot bigger, and yeah, it hits it. It hits everything, by the way. So just put a big dot, and it'll be fine. Okay, that's your X-intercept. Can you find it if I gave you a graph? Yeah. Notice another pattern for the second time. When you have your Y-intercept, what does X always equal? 0. When you find your X-intercept, what does Y always equal? 0. So it's like the opposite one equals 0, right? Do you guys believe me on that? And if you don't, let's see it here. We're going to do a big problem. This is like our big, ultimate, final problem that reviews everything yesterday and today. Okay, here's your equation. Y equals 2x plus 1.
What?
Okay, this is an equation. It may be a function. I'm going to find out if it is or is not, but I want to first find the intercepts. But it's a function. I'm just going to tell you, it's a function. You'll get to the point where you'll look at it and say, that's a function, without even thinking about it, really. Okay, I want to find the X-intercept, and I want to find the Y-intercept, right? I want to find those intercepts in this lesson. Okay, to find the X-intercept, make Y equal 0. Remember that? Doesn't Y always equal 0 when you find your X-intercept? So watch what I'm doing here. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to make Y equal 0. Right? So didn't I make Y equal 0? Okay, can you solve for X there? Can you tell me where X is there? So this is review last chapter. Okay. X is being multiplied by 2 and added with 1. How do I undo that?
Minus 1.
Okay, subtract 1 from both sides. Don't be scared of 0 here, because 0 minus 1 is negative 1. And then, how do I undo multiplication? Division, so I divide. Oh, sorry, divide by 2. Divide both sides by 2, and I end up with x equals negative 1/2. Okay, so what's the ordered pair for my X-intercept? Anyone know? 2 of you know back there. I need someone from the front row to tell me. What's my X-intercept as an ordered pair? If I'm finding my X-intercept, guess what Y has to be? 0. So Y is 0. But what's my X value? Someone in the front row. What's my X? What does my X value have to be?
Negative 0.5.
Yeah, you can say negative 0.5 or negative 1/2, so we'll keep it like that. All right, there we go. Does anyone know how to find the Y-intercept? Alex?
X has to equal 0.
So same equation, but this time X is going to equal 0. And then I solve for Y, which is actually easier. I like Y-intercepts, don't you? Because the math is easier. What's 2 times 0? So I got Y equals 0 plus 1. What's 0 plus 1? 1. So do you see Y equals 1 there? Okay. What is the ordered pair for my Y-intercept?
0, 1.
0, 1. Okay, that's my Y-intercept. Graph the line. Graph the line. Go 3 every direction. 3. And again, I want to see how your graphs are looking, so we're going to look at some things after that to see if we're accurate. So graph the line. You're like, what? You need like at least 2 points to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, I think that's true. Yes, you're right. You need at least 2 points. So
Do we need to find something from it? Like from
Nothing yet. Yeah, just put the line, get the line. All right, how many of you realize that this line has to have 0, 1 in it? 0, 1. Has to have 0, 1. Why? Because this line's y-intercept is 0, 1. So it has to cross that point. What's the other point it has to cross? Marshall?
Negative half 0.
Negative half 0. So negative half 0 right there. Connect the two dots, and you now have a line. You have a line. It has to be, right? I don't know. Positive, negative, 0, or undefined slope. Olivia. Positive. Left to right, it goes up. Give me that number.
The slope?
Slope. Positive something. I want it. You may begin. Slope, you gotta use like a formula for that, and you needed at least 2 points. Can I fit everything in here? I don't know. Oh, I'll do this. I hope this works. Let's put you over there for a while. Okay, so now we're gonna do y equals, oh, not y equals, sorry. M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. But Mr. A, which point do we use first? It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go left to right. So left to right. So 0, make sure I say this. This, actually, I don't want to confuse anyone. I'm going to make this the first point, that the second point. So y sub 2, y sub 1. X sub 2, x sub 1. That's confusing. Okay, what's 1 minus 0? 1. Thank you. What's 0 minus negative a half? Ooh.
Positive half?
Positive half. Oh, that's very, very.
Fraction.
Yeah, fraction, but you can do something to it. It's actually an easy number, but it's not what you think necessarily. Anyone know the value? What's 1 over 1 half? What's 1 divided by a half? Ooh, I wish. Kate? 2! It's worth 2! And you're like, no, it's not. I like this feature now. Look at this. Go away. Come back later. All right. Yeah, great question. 1 divided by a half. 1, stay, change, flip. What's 1 times 2 over 1? 2. So 2 is my slope. You're like, no, it's not. Okay, ready? Okay, yes. 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 I don't know if it works going back and forth, but it's like, I hope you could do it. Ugh. We'll pretend that happened. Oh, you're back.
There we go.
So we said 2, right? The slope is 2. Remember, it's right there. So if I go up 1, 2, okay, I should be able to go 1 over, which is right there. Yeah, and remember, this is half, and this is a second half, so that's a whole. Got it? If you're like, no, you can't do that. What if I went up 1 over a half? Up 1 over a half. Up 1 over a half. It doesn't matter. I get it. It has to get me that slope. Oh, man, this is deep. This is deep stuff, isn't it? Do this. This is cool stuff, guys. You're learning about coordinate geometry, and how many of you are not fully understanding it? It's okay. I don't fully understand it yet. Man, I don't know if that's encouraging or discouraging. I've only been doing this for 25 years, and I still don't understand it. Yeah, it takes a while. Okay, let's do another one, and then I'll let you go. Let's do y equals x minus 3. And we're just going to take it simple here. We're not going to make it the more complicated one I just did. I just want you to find me the x and y intercepts. Can you just do that for me? X and y intercepts. So I want the x-intercept, and I want the y-intercept. And you can give it to me as an ordered pair. So you're going to get something like blank, comma blank, and blank, comma blank. You already know half the answer. Because for an x-intercept, what does y always equal?
0.
And for an y-intercept, what does x always equal? You already have half the answer there. You just got to find the other number. What? Okay, to find the x-intercept, what do you make y?
0.
So 0 equals x minus 3. Solve for x. Carry the 7. Divide by 2. Raise to the second power minus 3. Got it. You add 3 to both sides. So 3 equals x. So what's my ordered pair? 3, 0. I gave you the x-intercept. Give me the y-intercept. This is just not good. Okay, and I'll modify your homework so you can be ready for this. Okay, Carly?
3, 0, and 0, 3.
0, 3. Okay, hold on. To get your y-intercept, you make x equals 0, right? Okay, so what's 0 minus 3? Negative 3. So what does y equal? Negative 3. Did you get negative or positive? I'm sorry. Positive. So it should be negative, right? Because x equals 0, so 0 minus 3 is negative 3. That's your x-intercept. That's it. Could, go ahead.
Those two?
Yeah. All right, this is what I want you to do for homework. I'm only going to give you 6 problems, and they're all using the graph. I'm going to give you the graph. Listen to me, please. Listen, guys, please, because I don't want you to be confused. It's different from the book. On numbers 1 through 6 on page 183, you're going to find the x and y-intercepts. You're going to tell me what the x-intercept is, what the y-intercept is, ordered pairs, and then find me the slope. So you're going to do 3 things for each one. X and y-intercepts, they're right there. They're like just right there and there. 1 through 6, all. So that's why you get 6 problems.
X-intercept, Y-intercept, and the slope?
Yes. So I'll put that for some of you who may forget. X and Y, they're too early, intercepts, and slope. So 3 things on each problem that's due on Monday. So X and Y-intercepts and slope.
Wow!
Oh yes, thank you. Page, 183. All right, guys. Good day.